Hi everyone, I'm back. Today I think I'm just going to be opening some packages because I got 2 packages today. I think I got one yesterday. I've been ordering, as I've told you before, but for some of you who haven't seen, I've been ordering a lot of older decks because I'm new at buying tarot cards, new at learning. So I've been looking online for some of the older decks that I've seen other people do videos of and use. And then, of course, along the way, I've seen newer ones, so I bought some of those. So now my tarot table is overloaded with all of these packages. So I thought, you know what? It was 104 degrees today. I only got a little over an hour this morning in the garden. And then I had to come in and, bake some bread and cornbread for dinner and do other chores, pay bills. So I thought tonight, it's warm. I'm not going to go back out in the garden. Let me open up some of these packages for you. So, number one. I don't know what some of these are. I ordered some of these a while ago. Some of these are newer. So I know what the newer ones I've ordered, but I don't know what's in most of these boxes. So let's see what's here. Oh, this is a book. Okay. Oh, Legend of the Arthurian Tarot. I think I thought I was getting the deck, but I think I may have this deck. I'm going to have to look. But anyway, it'll give me some very lovely winter reading. So that's package number one. Package number two does feel like a deck. So let's see what this one is. Ah, I even forgot I bought this one. The Sun and the Moon. So I've looked at some of these older decks if I could get them at a good price, and this is new, it hasn't been opened. But I fell in love with that card. Have any of you ever bought a deck just because you fell in love with 1 or 2 cards? Well, that's what I'm doing lately. So, this is by Vanessa Decourt. Decourt? I'm sure many of you know about it. Yeah, they do show the Fool in the back. So I'll be doing an unboxing of this down the line. But in the meantime, it will go here with all the other decks I still have to do. Okay, so package number 3 today. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, this is a journal. I've been, reading other people's information and saying you should keep a journal of the cards, and I'm just finally getting around to every night before I go to bed, at least, shuffling one of my decks. Right now it seems to be the Rider-Waite, one of the Rider-Waite ones, which most of mine are, and doing a couple of spreads just for my own edification and learning process. So I got online and I saw these lovely decks, and they were sort of pricey for just a little book to write in, empty pages. But there was one that, and they had different covers, so they had one with a dragon cover and it's embossed, but lovely leather book, look. But this one was like $15 or $20 less because it had dogs on it. And I thought, well, I don't need the dragon, and I didn't need a peace sign or some of the other things they had. And I thought, I love dogs. I've always had dogs. There's a dog in some of the tarot decks. Some have more than one dog. So I got the one with the dog. So I will now start putting down and keeping track. And the other thing I like about it too is I think, see, you can take this out and then you can put another one in there. So you can finish one and put one in there. So that's very, very good. It's got lined pages. I would have preferred if it wasn't lined, but that's okay. I can deal with that. But see, so we now have a nice leather book, and I think it was, I don't know, $14 or something like that. And Soho Spark. So it's the same leather, the same size book, just a different picture on top. So I love my puppy dog, so I will love the dogs. And the Fool has a dog, so There's my dog. Okay, so package number, what do we have here? 4. Okay. I mean, I look like I'm a hoarder with all these packages. I just haven't had time to open them. And frankly, I didn't want to open them. I was hoping I could open them and then if it's a deck, open the deck. I think that I just saw Becca Hale do this the other day on her site. Let's see, this is the Tarot, the Golden Wheel. It's really beautiful. I didn't think I was going to buy any more decks, but I saw this and I thought, oh, that is so pretty. So I definitely have to buy it. And there's a couple of the cards at the back, so I'll be doing videos of these soon. Okay, now here's another one. Is this another deck? I did order some a pen for edging one of my new decks. So maybe this is it. I guess maybe it is. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I have trouble finding an orange color that would kind of go rust. And somebody told me about this color. And I didn't want to buy a whole set for like $40, $50, $60. I just wanted to buy one. So let's see if this is it. Oh no, it's the shears for cutting my puppy. For the doggy shears, they're curved, so that when you work around, because I do my own grooming, Riley. I was going to be cutting him, and I still may, you know, but right now I want to see him as God intended him to be. So I'm letting his coat go free and fall and long, and I may get tired of doing that and wind up giving him a puppy cut down the line. But I had bought all the things for doing the proper trimming. I already had the good shears from years ago from my Lhasa Apso. But see, these have a curve so that when you get near their eyes and stuff, you can keep away and it's not going to point into their eyes. And these were very reasonably priced, and they were on, I think it was Amazon.com, yeah. So, and they got a good rating, and they got a better rating than some of the more expensive ones. So anyway, that's a Riley present. Okay, so what we have, well, here's one that I opened a while back, but I haven't opened it up. This is the, Guardian Angel Tarot cards, Radley Valentine. Hey, I liked his energy. I watched it. They had some free videos, a series of them a couple of months ago, and he was on there. And then I think it was Simon Harrison, friend Simon from Hermit's Cave, who recently had this and did a showing of it. So I'm going to keep it down here. So Guardian Angels, and so I thought, gee, I like Guardian Angels. I always call on Lord Michael when I do my draw. And so let's see what I've got here. This is one here that, okay, let's see. I opened the box, but I haven't opened this. Okay, this is another of the Pamela Coleman Smith ones. And it's funny, I didn't realize it was going to be a small deck, but I actually kind of like it because it's one I can really just carry with me. I can put it in, get a little box or something for it. Yeah, see, it's very tiny, but very pretty, because I really do love the Pamela Coleman Smith. And my first deck ever, years and years ago, before I ever really got into tarot, which only started like last fall, was a Pamela Coleman Smith. So that's the one that I have been working on the most, mainly. And let's see, I'll just show you some of the other decks that I bought recently that I have to do things with. I had the Sibylla that I did before, but then I saw this gal who has, what's her name, Marie's Table, I'm not sure, but something like that, Marie's Table. She's a very sweet lady, psychic, although she says she's not, but I think she is. And I just discovered her like within the last week or so. And these were the cards she was using, the Gypsy Oracle cards. And when I saw them, I thought, oh, I think I could work with those. They have enough information on them that I think I could use them. So I got those. And then we have here a controversial deck. I bought this deck not knowing it was controversial. And as I got it and I mentioned it, somebody came on and said there was a lawsuit about it because the person supposedly who put the book out there and he had his own site on Etsy. Etsy canceled the site at the time, and I haven't gotten any update information, so I don't know what's going on with this deck. But it's a lovely deck, and I think the problem with the copyright infringement was that the card backs, the person who wrote and complained about it, said that he used the backs from somebody else's deck and put his picture over it. So anyway, there's Terotica, and if anybody knows any update of what's happened with this deck or whatever, because there's a lot of controversy about that deck, which is why I haven't shown it. And I don't know if I should or should not, so I would appreciate anybody else's input on these things. And then I got a Radiant Wider Weight, and I think I bought this one used. Because I'm trying to get the Rider Weight decks that I've seen that I like, you know, nice colors. And as you can see, the pile is growing here. And then the Ascended Masters is one that I got because I worked with Ascended Masters. That's what most of my training, my spiritual training as an adult has come from. So I thought, you know, and I know these were not available anymore, and I got a very good price on it on eBay, because so many people were trying to sell them at higher prices, and there was one person who was willing to sell it lower, and I put an offer in and he accepted my offer. So I've got the Ascended Masters one. And I don't think I've even seen it yet. Yeah, so I think maybe now that I'm showing these to you, the ones that are open, I'll be able to at least peek at them. And let's see what else I have here. And this one arrived recently. Again, see, these are older cards that you probably all either have or you know about them, but I don't. You know, and I've been wanting to get these while they're still available, because I have a daughter who's interested in tarot, and she's doing a lot of psychic work with a special group in Germany. And she's gone to mediumship school in England, and you know, she's really working on the spirituality and has for a long time. So I know she's going to get all of these and she's going to appreciate them, and what she doesn't want she can sell or give away. So I'm getting a lot of these older decks because I don't know how long I'll be here, and by the time I go and she settles all this mess of stuff I have here, crystals, everything, oh my gosh, I hate to think about her having to deal with all this. But anyway, she can do what she wants with these things. But at least she'll have these decks so that if they are out of print, she'll have them. And that's the Gill. And again, these are decks I've seen other people do. And then I got a borderless edition, because now that I've got one borderless one, I actually cut it myself, the first one a couple of weeks ago. I really liked using it. The pictures really popped up. I mean, some decks I really like the borders, and others I think the borders are kind of interfering. There's enough going on in the cards without that. And then let's see what else I got here. As you can see, the pile's getting shorter here. And then I got this because, again, it was a commemorative set, and it's not going to be available in the future. So I got that, Pamela Coleman Smith. So I'm going to have so much fun when I can finally get around to doing this with these decks. And then I got this deck, and I just opened it, but when I looked at it, it wasn't the deck I was hoping to get. It wasn't the right coloration, but it is an RWS, but it wasn't the one that had the colors that I wanted. But what's interesting is one of the newer decks I just recently got, like within the last couple of weeks, does have that kind of color base, so I may not even want the one that I thought I wanted. And then here's another one that has been around a while, but since I could get a good buy on it, it's the Hansen Roberts, which I thought was very sweet. And let's see, there's just a couple of more here. I have Angel Answers. See, some of these I may just, you know, give to somebody else, because I don't think I'm that big on oracle cards. But I won't know until I try them. I have one oracle deck that I really love, which is based on Eastern religions, and that one I really like. And then here I have the Archangel oracle cards. Is that the same as the other one? I don't think I have two. I think the other one is different angels. It's not the archangels. Again, we have Ascended Masters, and we have Guardian Angels. That's right. We have Guardian Angels and we have Archangels. Okay, so, and then this is a deck that I bought. I don't know if I've shown this before. I got a winning bid on shopgoodwill.com. And I warn people to be very careful if they shop at that site, because there were three things that I bid on. Actually, I think there were maybe four. There was this deck. There was an older Rider-Waite that came with it. It was so filthy. I mean, really, lumps of food on it, disgusting, truly disgusting. And then there was another Oracle game with cards. Some of the cards were missing, and you can be bidding higher because you want one deck that is worth more money and it's out of print, and then you get it and it's got missing cards. Very, very, very bad feeling about Goodwill Industries. And the worst thing was, it was a Goodwill from my local area. It was from Medford, Oregon, Goodwill. That they would, that they would send out a deck that was that dirty. I mean, I can understand maybe somebody not knowing how many cards should be in a deck, but just looking at the deck, you could see that thing. And so I'm probably going to have a ceremony, a sacred ceremony, and burn it and give it to the universe. But this is a pretty little deck, and I'm not sure which it is, but maybe somebody here would know what it is. I like the backs. And the cards are very decorative, very pretty. And, they're nice size. The cardstock isn't overly shiny, it's smooth. It's not overly thin. But I don't know what the name of the deck is. But it does seem to have all of the cards. So I'm going to have to work with that for a while. And then, let's see, I got this here. I got this a while back, but I've only used it once or twice. Again, I saw my friend Simon Harrison from the Hermit's Cave did a cover of this on his website some time ago. And it's a book of answers, so you have to do a little meditative thing, and then you open the book and you get your question answered. So I thought, I'm going to play with this a little more here, and then I'm going to maybe put it on the coffee table in the living room, where I can sit sometimes and just access it that way, or my meditation room, because I'm thinking now, it's sometimes awkward for me to be sitting here, talk to you, and then I have to get up and range the camera in a way so that you can see the cards. And I'm always photographing from the side, which makes it very difficult. And I was thinking, if I got I've been looking online, and they're very inexpensive coffee tables that will lift up a little bit, and I thought I could sit on my futon, put the camera behind it, and then photograph myself close by this way. And this way I don't have to be editing so much, and I can really show the cards better. So I see people online like Lena Rodriguez from Down Under and others who will be sitting there and the camera's on them, and then all of a sudden they'll just reach and they'll hit something or move something, and boom, it's looking down at the cards. So if anybody knows what they're using to do that, because obviously they don't have to adjust it, they just have a switch that they can turn, or I don't know what it is. So if anybody knows how that is done, I would really appreciate it to share that with me. So the last thing I will do right now is I did pick out the card, the Road to Ascension card for the day. So I asked the guides to help pick a card out that would be good for all of us today. And I rang the bells beforehand, because my daughter told me the other day, she said she thought that when I hit the bells it hurt her ears. Well, she's a professional singer, and she's, I think from a lot of her rock and roll and Janis Joplin concerts, I think maybe her hearing is gotten more sensitive or something, because nobody else has complained, or either that or they've been very nice and not complained, I don't know. But anyway, the card for today, it suits me showing all these decks. Let me see, can you see that? Now think about all the decks I showed you, right, and the book, and the scissors for Riley. It says here, abundance is your birthright. You claim that abundance by speaking and acting in a manner which affirms and supports that universal truth. So I'm definitely allowing my abundance right now. So thank you all very much for coming by. I hope it was fun for you to see me opening these cards. It was like watching somebody else open their morning Christmas present, right? So take care, everybody, and I'll soon be back with either answering somebody else's VR videos, or probably showing some of these decks. So take care, everybody. I wish you all things bright and beautiful today and every day. Namaste, my friends.